Anna.
I'm Ben.
We're AutoSave. Welcome to our channel.
Today we're watching the Apothecary Diaries Season 2, Episode 10. Last episode and the episodes prior to it has given us the biggest look into Anchi's character that we have seen within the Apothecary Diaries. Is that fair to say?
That is very fair to say. Wasn't expecting to really get the Empress Dowager much at all, especially in the way that we have gotten her. The humanizing of her, the deep dive, the uncomfortable topics. We have gotten so much from this character, and so much that can then help us understand Jinshi better.
Yeah, and speaking of Jinshi, last episode and the episode before it were somewhat touching on his toys and the importance of them and what reason we had at taking his favorite toys away. And last episode, Anchi's focusing in on what Mao Mao is to him. That is happening in front of us. I don't know what that means, but it's apparent.
We have the idea from Gaoshin over and over and over again since season 1 that Jinshi can't have favorites in this world. And we're honing in on the fact that he does have a favorite. It's not a secret here.
Yep. You ready?
Yeah.
Sweet. You know what? I kind of expected a new intro. I know that we're like on episode 10. Usually, I don't know if this released in cores, but usually the cores last like 11 to 13 episodes. So logically, I'm dumb. But just given what we're given, you know, in the intro. Yeah.
And the place we were at the very end of last episode, too.
Do you feel as if now that we've been so close to Anchi, that would further our like future involvement within her own questions and issues? Or now that we've interacted with her, we can put her on the shelf for a little bit?
I don't know. The Emperor still comes into play and asks fun little quests
That's
of
so
Mao
true.
Mao, so Anchi could totally do that too. I remember over the last couple episodes, us being like in the discussion, wait, where are the envoys during all of this?
Oh, I'm suspicious. They're all sisters.
Oh, they're like identical
Haku,
sisters.
Koku, Sekyu.
I can't tell them apart. The bangs. That's it.
Aww. Okay, I trust them a little more. They all just decided that telepathically.
You can't live out there.
The punishment's over, Mao Mao.
Oh, they're there watching! No way!
Oh my god. Looks like blue eyes, purple eyes, green eyes. Interesting look. A ghost story. Yeah. Crazy how much difference just 3 can make in comparison to Lao Lin's army. Speak of the devil.
It's not only cleaning, but also taking care of the children, you know? She's a special case.
I wonder if she has an interest in medicine.
I was thinking she might be the next bringer of a task. A quest, a mission. I'm sure she wants them to understand Mao Mao and like Mao Mao.
Okay, where are we going? I'm scared.
大丈夫よ。許可はもらった
Good.
から。あ、ママこれ。こんな感じでかぶって。暑くないですか？いいの。涼しくなるから。
What?
It's okay, we got permission.
ここよ。
Someone's inside.
いらっしゃい。参加者は2人ね。
It's a seance. There has to be. I don't know. It's a creepy shed in the middle of the night.
これを代わりに、ここは先帝の時代に使われていた場所なのよ。昔に比べて女官がだいぶ減ったけど、こういう時にはぴったりよね。
Occasions like this.
Oh, come on.
空いているところに座って。
That's crazy.
揃いましたね。皆さん、お話の準備はできていますか？
Story time.
今宵は肝が冷える13の話を楽しみましょう。
13.
13の話。夜な夜な北門の堀では身投げを繰り返す下女の姿が。哀れに思った女官が堀に花を浮かべると、下女の白い顔が浮かび上がり、女官が慌てて逃げようとすると、突然足をつかまれて、あの日私を突き落としたのはお前か。
What will Mau Mau tell?
どっかで聞いたような話。
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
it
say that
does.
did sound really familiar.
だけど好きなわけね、インファ様。
That's why you were brought here. For protection. I hope she's last.
何せ高級は娯楽が少ない。こういう語らいも認められているようだ。こんばんは。
She's sweet.
食べる？もらう。
What?
Wait, I want to hear her story.
さて、そこには古くから入
We
ってはい
actually
け
get to see
ない
it.
と言われている森があった。でもある時、一人の子供が禁忌を破った。その年は作物が不作で、あまりにもお腹が空いた子供は
Oh
食べ
no.
物を求めて森へと入ったけれど、森に入ったことが村人たちに知られて、親子は村八分になった。ある夜のこと、親子の家にゆらゆらと光が入っていくのを見た者がいた。翌日、その知らせを聞いた村長が親子の家を訪ねると、子供はすでに死に、母親も亡くなる寸前だった。ええ、いいこと教えてあげる。そこまで言って母親は死んだ。その死に顔は不気味に笑っていたの。結局何を伝えようとしたのかわからない。
What?
今も森は禁忌の地と恐れられ、ぶった者の家には鬼が現れ、魂を食われ
It
るという。
just fed to having even more fear of going into the forest than before.
なるほど。なるほどって何が？狭いところに大人数だし、少し人酔いしたかな。
And it's warm in
あな
there.
たの番よ。はーい。
I'm so excited.
Ooh, look at that serious face.
遠い遠い東の国のお話。焦る僧侶の前に現れたのは一軒の古びた民家だった。
Convenient.
I was about to say that.
まあそれはお疲れでございましょう。妻は僧をもてなし、
Yeah, and the husband
寝
looked
床まで用意
not
して
happy about it.
せめてものお礼にと経をあげることにした。
いや、鈴の音に聞こえるが、これは人の声か。
そんなんじゃダメだよ、あんた。私は一人になりたくないんだ。
じゃあどうするつもりだ。言い争っているのか。止めに入った方がいいか。いや、今日はやめてはいかん。そんな気がする。
Replacement.
さあ、やるよ。
What the fuck? What the fuck?
いないよ。見つけないと。
Otherwise, I.
The suture kept him safe.
咀嚼音が聞こえなくなるまで経を唱え続けた。
The chewing sounds.
若い夫婦の姿はなく、そこには虫の羽が落ちていた。
Don't some female insects kill their partners?
話し方がうまいな。まるで別人みたいだ。
Oh yeah.
この横顔。
I don't know.
なん
That's
か
kind of weird.
声があるような。養父から聞いたのですが、
Ooh.
墓地に人玉が出るという噂が立ちました。すると、同じ町に住む男が
I loved that transition.
Yeah, it was great.
それだけ？はい。男の正体は墓荒らしで、怪しげな呪いにはまっていて、墓地を掘り起こして死体の腹を裂いては万病に効くという人の肝を。もういい。次、インファ様ですよ。
I wonder if it's gonna be from her hometown. Oh, she doesn't have one.
Oh no. She's the opposite of Laolin. I mean, she's Shui.
This one I feel like could be important.
この旅館は最初に13の話と言っていた。ここに集まったのは12人なのにどういうことだろう。
選定時代の話です。選定の思考に合う娘を揃えるためでした。
なんだ。
選定は年派もいかぬ少女を選んではその花を散らし、倒られた少女たちは外に出ることを許されぬまま時を過ごしました。その中に一人身ごもった少女がおり、選定に訴えました。
Is it what they're burning?
Yeah, it has to be.
少女は高級を出ることも許されず、死ぬ間際に一言、次はお前たちの番だ。
インファ様、止水。ぐったりしている女官を窓や扉の近くへ早く。消えずに残った火のせいで体に害をなす空気が部屋に充満しているんです。
Was the lady gone in that shot? She's not there anymore.
もう少しだったのに。
Whoa, the font change? The color?
She wasn't real. Ooh.
なんかバタバタだったわね。
Yeah.
主催
Too
者
bad.
の女官もいなくなって。
What a night.
ねえマオマオ、さっきの話は何だったの？さっきの？
The one before yours.
近畿の森の話だよ。近畿になった言われが全くないとは言い切れないって思って。
What do you think it is? Like the mushrooms?
森は食べ物が豊かですが、食べられないものも豊富にあります。他の土地から来た人間が森にあるものを食べて体を壊してしまう。すると森のものをむやみに食べてはいけないと言われるようになるでしょう。そしてそれは年月を経て禁忌になります。食べ物を取って日が落ちると家に帰ったのでしょう。月夜岳という平竹に似たキノコが。
Oh, the green light he saw enter.
毒が赤くなると光る特徴があるんです。夜道を歩くところを村人が通り見たら人玉に見えたかもしれません。
It was like her story, the grave robber and the light.
体力が落ちた親子が食べたらどうなるか。母親は死に際にこう言いたかったのかもしれません。
美味しいキノコが森の中にあるよ。
自分たち親子を見捨てた
Oh, shit.
復讐として。そういうことだったんだ。すっきりした。じゃあ私こっちだから。種がわかる。
I wonder why she kept her hood on.
きっと他の話もそういう裏があるんだわ。どうでしょう。そこはうなずいてよ。
不慣れな人が仕切るといろいろあるわよね。
不慣れな人？
去年までやっていた女官が亡くなったから今年は誰が引き継いだのか。
Okay.
気の利くいい人で私もお世話になったのよ。結局高級から出られなかったのよね。
She never got to leave.
実は選定のお手つきになった方で、あの集まりが唯一の楽しみだったそうなのよ。亡くなった翌年から集まりがなくなるのもいかがなものかと思っていたから、続けてくれる人がいてよかったわ。選定は 年派もいかぬ少女を選んではその花を散らし、倒られた少女たちは外に出ることを許されぬまま。
世の中よくわからないことはたくさんあるもの。
Fully understand.
What's-
Stand. We need answers.
の話を楽しみましょう。
あの時あの場には年笠の女官を含めて12人しかいなかった。とりあえず13番目の階段にならずに済んでよかった。はい。
Aww.
寝苦しい夜になったのだった。
But it's sweet.
Okay.
I didn't know someone could just put a cup down on a table and have like so much presence
Yeah.
and power behind it.
Okay, that was the Apothecary Diaries, Season 2, Episode 10. That was a very different episode of the Apothecary Diaries. A very interesting switch-up that we got.
It takes me to something you said when we were first starting, which is about getting a new OP and kind of a possibility of, was this a core 1, core 2? Are we going to kind of end a half at around 12 to 13 episodes? And what would you do if that was the case, is maybe try to wrap up a certain arc, and how the last 2 episodes previously to this one felt like we were kind of coming to the wrapping up of something.
That's fair.
And then to have an episode that at one end kind of feels a little bit like a fun side story, but on the other end it has substance with the last 2 episodes,
Yeah.
while also introducing 3 new characters.
Yeah, the characters Haku, Koku, and Seki. I know that for Mao Mao's sake, they are wearing different hair ties or hair bands of various colors, but I'm going to try to identify them by their eye color. Haku has blue eyes, Koku purple, and Seki green.
Not only, so now they have 3 identifiers.
Yeah.
For the 3 ladies, because not only obviously the hair ties for Mao Mao, but you just brought up the eye color, but also the strands of hair that they have coming out of their kind of up hairdo. Haku, it's like pointed in, Koku is pointed out, and then Seki has like shorter little tufts coming out in front of her ears. And I think it was Koku that was the one that is the same age as Lady Gyokyu.
Do you want to hear my working theory at the moment?
Sure.
I think the only reason Mao Mao was able to start breaking through the brick wall of who Shisui actually is because of the unbeknownst training that she has done in trying to identify identical siblings. You know, and just by being around them and the nature of that, she's starting to really become observant in a face.
I think that obviously that's some good training for sure. But I think it also is fun to talk about what is the scene and the atmosphere and the clothing, the attire, the lighting, everything that is involved with the scene where Mao Mao looks at Shisui and says, she's kind of familiar looking.
Yeah.
It's like she has a hood. So basically the only thing you can really see with the light of the fire in that dark, close together room is the eyes. And for you to hone in on the eye color differences between the 3 sisters, kind of, that's a nice lead into the familiarness of Shisui's face.
I see where you're going with it. I'm interested. Like, I can imagine it would be easier for Laolin to sneak out during the daytime. It almost makes more sense for her to sneak out then rather than here at night. I feel like this somehow would be more difficult. Like,
because at least during the daytime it can be like, oh, she's here, that's why you haven't seen her, she's there. Because like, I mean, they can leave.
What if the Emperor is like calling upon you, you know, at night and you're not there? That's so risky.
And she keeps the hood on even though Yinghua and Mao Mao have taken it off.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything.
There could be nothing to that.
Yeah, but it's very interesting. It's a good point to bring it up. I love that, like, one of the stories definitely gave what we've learned in the past within the Rear Palace, and like it seemed like all of them, for the most part, were based in something that we could, you know, grab onto, even if it was Mao Mao's story, how you were bringing up the transition of the flame kind of being interchangeable with that green
glowing in the dark mushroom and then the ghost. Yeah, honestly, I'm really interested in what was starting to be said with the story of what I assume is, I guess, the ghost of that lady.
Yeah.
Which was that there was consistent expanding upon the rear palace. And when you have that idea of people who might have been harmed or hurt or traumatized, spirits and ghosts, normally they've lived a life where they might be trapped within the place that they died, or they felt the most some of the most kind of the big moments in their lives happened. So if you keep expanding on a palace, are you trying to ensure not only to keep the living things there, but the dead there as well?
Yeah.
And your secrets,
it's also like screaming of what we just learned last episode with Anchi, right? And what the old emperor was doing with everybody. And if there was a place that was haunted, you know, and held the trauma and awful memories of everything that the people that have gone through shit, it would be here in the Northern Front. I know the answer kind of. What are your like current feelings on like ghosts?
In real life?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, that's what we're in.
I'm a believer in ghosts.
Yeah. Like in what?
I don't think I've ever answered that on.
In what form though? Like as in, do you believe that something as theatrical as this episode could be brought to life in this world? Like what means of ghosts do you believe in?
Not what is depicted here, which is a ghost that's able to organize a ghost telling story night, unless it's like it's always this night. It's always like Friday the 13th of every month, and so everyone just shows up not aware that this lady died a year ago. You know what I mean? If that was the case, sure, but she's the organizer. How did we know it was specifically this night? I'm like, a ghost isn't going to be able to send you a letter to be like, hey, we're doing the ghost storytelling night.
Yeah.
Don't be late.
That's so fair. I have spent an embarrassing chunk of my life trying to give myself the proof and evidence that I need that ghosts exist.
And why is that? Because you want it to exist?
I want them to exist so bad. I have the curiosity of wanting, like, it's not even, I don't know. I'm very into it, right? I love ghost hunting. I love, like, even if I objectively at the end of the day, if I had to hedge my bet, would say that probably not real, I am the first person to have a ghost box and try to decode and decipher all these random words that are being spouted out and how they could apply to my current situation, you know?
And we like watching ghost hunting shows.
Yeah.
For fun.
Yeah.
I don't get scared by them.
There was quite a large period of my life that I was going by the pseudonym Ghoul Guy. I had a mug that said Ghoul Guy. There are several videos that I've made of that as well. Those will never see the light of day.
Didn't you reference one of your Ghoul Guy videos in a discussion for another show that we've watched?
Man, I hope not. But interesting. I get what you're saying and how this episode felt. It almost comes across as like winding things down before something's lifted back up. And I wonder if that's going to have to do with what we got at the end with Jinshi. Or if that's something that will happen in the next two episodes or a next episode that will close out more of this.
I feel like what I would expect for the next couple episodes, especially with the manner that we were given Jinshi with the end of this episode, is that we've kind of closed certain chapters from that were depicted within the opening, and we will be kind of setting the tone of whatever is to come in the next arc. I don't even think we'd necessarily get whatever the next big scenario would be yet. Might be hints to it, maybe groundwork for it. Maybe we would get like, this is kind of the direction we'll be going to next. I'm not sure what kind of cliffhanger energy they might have.
I cannot make any guesses on what our scene of Jinshi means. There's nothing to guess. Like, there's no context clues to really go in theory bake with it, other than
there's like 5 different places to go in terms of what he could have been thinking about in terms of that scene.
Yeah, no idea. No good guess.
Maybe he's reflecting on what Anchi said to him, and the last time we ever saw him was Anchi's kind of warning about Mao Mao.
That's a good point.
He could be
That's
thinking
very true.
about that.
My last thing, I think, is just pointing out that Mao Mao is being told that, yeah, she has to sleep in her room now, but she's still able to use the storage shed, and that her appreciation of Gyokyu and her bosses are there, and I love that.
Do you think that the addition of the new ladies in waiting is going to be overall a good thing?
For what? Safety for Mao Mao? I don't know. It's a good question. They all seem reliable and trustworthy, which is good, because that was my immediate fear when we're adding new bodies and we have pregnancies around. But within the connection that we have, obviously it breeds a little bit of trust, and it also breeds a lot of productivity, it seems like. So Mao Mao might have more time to be able to do other activities, you know?
Like, Hongyoung is not only the head lady in waiting, but she is basically one of the main people taking care of Lingli.
Yeah.
So if there was another kid introduced, it's going to be a very busy place with not only a lot of cleaning, but kids to take care of. My worry is that obviously we've gotten a few instances now. We've not only got Shin, but we got Anchi before she became the Empress Dowager, both being characters that were originally a lady in waiting to a concubine. And that kind of idea of like someone being in a position that's such a close proximity to the emperor that they could then become a concubine themselves. The introduction of 3 new people here, I don't think I'm suspicious of them, but because we've gotten it twice now, I feel like I just have to put it out there. Like, I can't trust all 3 of these girls that look the same without knowing them 100%.
Interesting.
Except from the fact, oh, they're from the same hometown. I'm supposed to trust them because Lady Gyokyu is, ignorance is a sin. She purposefully picks the people that serve her. I should have a lot of trust and faith in them. Haku kept, I think it was Haku, I think the one with the blue eyes, kept giving looks to Mao Mao. We kept lingering on her.
I wonder what it is, because like obviously it was apparent, right? But it could be just interest in being a tester. What kind of person would do that? Or seeing how different she is compared to what a typical lady in waiting would be like. That was the only thing that I feel like, other than the Jinshi moment, wasn't really touched upon again this episode. So maybe we'll get that next episode.
My guess when it was happening, like during the episode, was that, oh, this look must apply to what the plot is, or the theme of this episode, the idea of ghosts, the idea of someone having a story to tell, and Mao Mao being able to debunk that story. My first read was, oh, is this going to be another character that has something to bring up to Mao Mao that she can then help with?
Yeah.
But then again, she's not really, when she's giving those looks to Mao Mao, it's not like she's being told more than Mao Mao's just a taster.
Yeah.
You know, she's not being told, oh, Mao Mao can make medicine. Oh, Mao Mao's good at debunking rumors. Like, she doesn't know all that. So why the looks?
Good question. All right, you good?
Yep.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We hope to see you next time.